On a side note, Kagura looks really pretty without her hair buns. Ugh, I hate time skip. Gintama has been a wild journey, and soon it will all end. When looking back at it, there are so many fond memories to appreciate the moment that left us smiling and teary. If you don't trace back, then the characters will. Yoruzuya is not the only one to look back at their beloved moments. This heartwarming chapter prepared the final part of the journey. They reassure no one shall end alone. The chapter immediately resumed Kasura's monologue about Gintoki's lead that would determine the fate of Shoujo and the world. This time, it's about how Kasura remembers Gintoki as the neutral man for better or worse. The sad part about it is it usually draws him to tough decisions, including killing Shoujo to save his friends, or killing his friends to keep the legacy. When you put it that way, it tells me that being him is suffering. But Kasura clarifies the positive outlook. Although Gintoki tends to land on the worst position, the upside is he can't decide for himself. Tatsuki is known to be dark, and Kasura is known to be light. Think it like a character must go one route and stay on it, renegade or paragon. Gintoki is the middle, so he is free to decide what's best. Even when the three are separated, they are still connected because of Gintoki's belief or pure white. Basically, he is the one that holds the chain tight, never let go. Now Joui 3 will move ahead and see what lies ahead. Ultimately, decide the fate they will take and accept. Kasura is such a great character. He can be the funniest and the smartest at the same time, which is remarkable. I know he wants to avoid another moment where Gintoki has to kill Shoujo again, but he comprehends his ideology and will to go forward without a determined fate. I also like how everything comes to a full circle for the three, like they have to redo the tragic scene. Will it be the same? That's what makes the subplot compelling. The chapter shifts to Sogo, Shinpachi, and Kagura, and focus on them for the rest of the chapter. Sogo already has an idea that Kasura didn't see the world ready for the next generation to take over because of many problems remain unsolved. That includes Shoujo, who he knows Kasura has a hard time, whether to save him or kill him. Sogo can be quite smart as well. This leaves an impression for other two that Gintoki is with him, which probably left them feeling uncomfortable. You don't want to hear your friend is out there saving a killer. Sogo doesn't appreciate being left out of the story. Considering this is the final arc, I can't blame him. The police forces barges in and warns them to evacuate the area now. I realized that they were wearing Shinsengumi uniform from the war, but they are sure damn not Shinsengumi that I remember wholeheartedly. I like to think they're posers. Yeah, I said it. Sogo is thinking the same way and won't listen to their demand. They detour him by force, which means they're hiding something. So Sogo just slammed the two. Never change, Sogo. The chasing begins and is all around entertaining. Sogo remains sadistically cool while escaping from the enemy. They are the followers of Tengenism. I don't know if it means the new government allowed them in here or unaware of who they are, but trouble escalates quickly. A hilariously cool moment is when many of them are chasing after the three. The damn colonel is in the background, and surprise, surprise, it is Yamazaki or Mob Cop as a trap. It's amazing how a gag becomes helpful to block everyone off with those lasers. This is why Gintama is so hilariously clever with his delivery. To enhance the excitement, a random police car appears and is Hijikata to save the three. He has found the resolve of Mayonesa. Before we can have a proper Yoruzuya reunion, we are getting a proper Shinsengumi reunion. And I couldn't be any more pleased. Hilarious how Hijikata is back in action because he's done with sweet potatoes from the buttocks. I hope he didn't mean it literally, but the KFC puns are funny as usual. Bottom line, the days of hiding are over. It's time to regroup. Got to love those sadistic smiles Hijikata and Sogo have on their faces. The hype is real. Shinsengumi always fulfilled their duty. This time is to take care of the lost children and return them to their parents. It's a nice metaphor that complements their role and strongly hinted their true agenda. The lost children applies to Kagura and Shinpachi, so you can guess who the parent is. Before the ending, I was already awed by their passion and desire to help Yorozuya. It's too bad that the police forces have the roadblock with rocket launchers to shoot, but it doesn't stop them from remembering the last day before their split. There are things that I really love about this flashback. To begin with, it's good to know that they were cleared to return home and re-establish as official police force of Edo. However, they chose not to as they agreed with Kasara's plan. Soga found it displeasing. Total peace means no need for security, even though that sounds ridiculous. But he truly cherished the team. The only positive is that it gave them time to do something else while Shinsengumi is reorganizing. We know what Kondo and Shogo ended up doing, but Hijikata's goal is a surprise. When you look back at the past chapters, it's true that he's working behind the scene in case of enemy's invasion. But why did he chase after Gintoki so closely? The biggest hint is when he mentioned the time Gintoki saved Shinsengumi. Putting them all together, Hijikata's true attention is clear. He wants to reunite Yorozuya. No wonder he's always in second place in the popularity poll. He has a very solid, valid point. It's disheartening that not only Yorozuya has to split apart after they helped saving the world, but Shinsengumi never got the chance to repay them for saving them last time. They owe it to them big time. It's hard enough to see Shinpachi all alone, with no hope to see them again. If you recall him clarifying it to Kagura, they accepted the fate of no return, but Shinsengumi disagreed, and that's why they all joined hands and pledged to help Yorozuya. Best group ever. Kondo can sure deliver insightful words. Soga was disappointed with him to sacrifice Shinsengumi for the next generation, despite the reason explained. But Kondo, as intelligent gorilla he is, told him, if he doesn't appreciate the idea, it's fine. Let's face it, no one can predict what will happen next. He insisted that instead of fighting for the next generation, why not fight alongside the one they know best? Why not fight along to open the path for the new era? Fight for the present to lead to the future. So damn true. As wonderful the concept was, the sequence is also worth mentioning. Hijikata and others have little to no chance to survive the wall of enemy before them. The flashback complements the scene wonderfully because it was designed to build up for a great payoff. I knew they weren't going to die, but I was so absorbed by the narrative. When the explosion erupted, it left an impression that Hijikata and others have been destroyed. But then you see many other cars flying as well. And the one he's in survived. Smart move, Sorochi. How is that possible? It's simple. The real Shinsengumi is back. Right on time to help as usual. I got so excited to see nearly everyone back in business. It's even better with Shinpachi realizing what they wanted to do. Everything was planned to help them. You can't ask a better team than that. To top it all off, Hijikata and Sogo returns to their uniform. But it's not the war version. It's the good old classic Shinsengumi uniform that we all remember fondly. Nostalgia is strong with this one. Nothing beats the original. What a heartwarming and fun chapter. It started off great with the last bit of Kasara's monologue that made the reunion splendid and meaningful. The chase scene was entertaining with fun moments like the Colonel being helpful. Who knew, right? And Hijikata's return. The best part is the flashback that complements with the present. The timing and sequence left me thrilled, and the payoff with the return of Shinsengumi got me applauding. The best team is back. It's time for the best family to return. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know Kondo is still missing, which is why I didn't say everyone is back in Shinsengumi. But I wonder if he is going to join back. I feel like he has one more job to do, but we'll see how he's going to be implemented into this story arc. I'm so damn happy to see Shinsengumi in their old uniform, and it just makes it so amazing because how much care Sorochi put into his final arc. What do you think is going to happen next? When do you expect Shinsengumi to meet Gintoki? Do you expect the next chapter or the chapter after the break that's coming up soon? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.